you're doing okay. So today I wanted to ask you how forgiving you are. How easy do you find it to forgive people? Say for example, if somebody copies your homework, could you forgive them? Or what about if someone steals a toy that's your favourite one? Or maybe if your gran forgets your birthday, is that easy to forgive? What about when your mum really embarrasses you in front of one of your friends? Could you forgive her for that? We all find different things hard to forgive. And even if we do forgive people, does it change how we are with them? Do things go back to how they were before? God wants us to be people who forgive others. In today's Bible story, we hear about a man called Philemon who was asked to forgive a servant who had stolen from him and then ran away. So let's hear the story. Philemon was a really rich man who lived in a massive house with lots of servants. One of these servants was called Onesimus, who was nothing but trouble. He never did anything he was asked and always had a really bad attitude. The Bible doesn't say what he did, but maybe he put too many sugars in Philemon's tea, or he didn't do the ironing properly, or he answered back. We're not sure. But one day, Philemon discovered that Onesimus had stolen some things from him, probably some money, and then he'd ran away. I'm not sure if Philemon was just angry that he'd stolen from him, or whether he was happy that he'd finally got rid of this difficult servant. Onesimus arrived in Rome and he met up with Paul, who was in prison, and he became a Christian and he changed his attitude and he was a really nice person to be around. Then after a while, Paul sent Onesimus back to Philemon with a letter asking him to welcome him back like a brother. How do you think Philemon would feel about that? Would he have been happy to accept him back? Would he forgive him and give him a second chance? God had his hand on Onesimus' life. He guided him to Paul so that his life could be changed. God's interested in everyone, not just the people that we think are important, everyone. So even when we have a bad attitude, he loves us and he forgives us. And we should do the same when people we know upset us. We should forgive them because God teaches us to forgive others as he forgives us when we do things that are wrong. There's a verse in the Bible that says, "Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as God forgives us." And that's in Ephesians 4 verse 32. This week let's remember that verse, and maybe if there's a situation in our lives where we've fallen out with someone, we can try and fix it. Maybe we say we've forgiven them but we haven't really, or maybe we haven't forgiven them at all. Just think about that person, and this week if you get a chance, you could make them a little bracelet, perhaps a friendship bracelet, or buy them some sweets with your pocket money, and just write a little note, send these things to them in the post, or give them to them when you see them, and just say that you want to sort out the problem and want to be friends again. Let's see if we can all do that this week. Let's end with a prayer for our friendships and that we become more forgiving to each other. Dear God, thank you so much for our friends and what they mean to us. Help us to forgive them when they upset us, and help us to have stronger friendships that last our whole lives. Thank you so much that you're our friend and you always forgive us when we do things to upset you, and that you'll always be with us. Amen. Well, that's it for this week. Hope you've enjoyed it. Have a lovely week at school. Stay safe and see you soon. Bye.